I'm just nervous.
You know, like you're supposed to be sitting right and make a ponytail. Like what I do is don't cover your body.
Do you have fake eyelashes?
Yes, I do.
It's a messy look. Yeah.
I think Matt's gonna want that season. Not now, of course, but season for
Just gonna give you a quick instruction on when you're ready to use the bouquets, and for your bridesmaids also. So with this kind of bouquet, there is more of a front and a back.
Okay.
Just so that everything hangs the proper way with the little trail.
Yeah.
I'm just like going for like wedding day, so it's just like the whole day. So.
What's the whole day? 8 hours?
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's an 8-hour day, and I had a 3-hour
It's a very,
time here.
like,
So 3 hours.
If you can get out, I can't redo it without charging you, so I don't get out.
What's wrong?
Right. Yeah. Alright.
Very handsome. Yeah. We're all single ladies up. I wear all the time. They don't just like it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel good about the 52. It's like the old, you know.
You can bring your garden. I couldn't find it. I'm not doing it.
it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to Matt and Caitlin's wedding ceremony today. My name is Patricia, and I'm very honored to be your officiant today, Kate and Matlin. So if you two want to face each other, we'll begin the ceremony with a little bit about their story. And you may all be seated. So we'll begin Caitlin and Matt's story with a look back at what brought the two of you together here today. As many of you most likely know, Matt and Caitlin have known each other for a very long time, about 22 years to be exact. As Matt remembers this long ago time, he recalls always having a crush on Caitlin. And luckily for him, Caitlin was his sister's best friend. So they saw each other often. The venues for this changed over the years, from the Collins school bus early on to bumping into each other regularly in their hometown during college breaks. They both agree they always had a special connection and would always immediately gravitate towards one another. In fact, Matt's sister, Lauren, had been encouraging them to date since high school, but the timing was never quite right. A group trip to Ocean City, Maryland in the summer of 2012 was the turning point. Caitlin and Matt stayed up talking until 5 a.m. And during that time, something changed. Both of them were in the same space when it came to their relationship after that. After traveling back and forth from Long Beach Island to Philadelphia every weekend for months to visit each other, they decided to take the next step. And Matt eventually moved to the city to be closer to Caitlin. While living in Philadelphia, their relationship blossomed, from moving in together to adopting their precious little boy, a cockapoo named Wally. They both agree that they balance each other out and just love to spend every second with one another. But most importantly, they are best friends, which makes their bond unbreakable. This is a marriage rooted by a long history of friendship, where they both got to look beyond what they thought they already knew about the other to discover even more, to share and enjoy together from a place of commitment and love. And Caitlin and Matt have made the beautiful decision to write their own vows, and they have not yet shared them with one another. So it's going to be, so we're going to begin with Matt.
Sorry if I'm crying and stuff. So, I've been nervous about writing these. Oops, am I doing that right? I might get snot on that one. I've been nervous about writing these vows for many reasons, but mainly because I know that no matter what I write, nothing can really describe the way I feel for you, except for this quote from your all-time favorite boy band, the Backstreet Boys. I wish I could give the world to you, but love is all I have to give. And Nick Carter always knows how to cut to the core. Caitlin, even after knowing you for so long, I still get those butterflies in my stomach when you come home from work and when I get a text or a call from you. Sorry. I really might get snot on that. I'm just saying. You appreciate the weirdness in life the same exact way that I do. We have come to start thinking so much alike that I'm scared we're slowly morphing to the same person. Which could be a good or bad thing, I'm not sure. Waking up next to you and Wally every morning. That's the best feeling in the world. Sorry guys, I'm a big baby. All right, I'll hurry up. I'm so incredibly lucky that I get to spend the rest of my life with you. Sometimes I need to pinch myself because it doesn't feel real. However, it feels pretty damn real right now. I love you, Caitlin. I vow to love you unconditionally for the rest of my life. That took a lot longer than I thought. But.
Alright.
I got it.
Matt, I always said that the person I end up with, I will feel completely myself around. And that is definitely you. You know me better than anyone else in this world, and for some reason, you still like me, let alone love me. You have been my best friend, my teacher, my teammate, and my greatest supporter. But most importantly, you're the love of my life and make me feel more loved than I ever thought possible. Every morning I'm excited to see you, and every night I don't want to fall asleep because I just want to spend more time with you. Actually, I can't believe how much I'm not sick of you. Our sense of humor and our weirdness are two of the things that have bonded our relationship and what I love most about us. I stumbled upon this quote one day, and I thought it perfectly defines our connection. We're all a little weird, and life is a little weird. But when you find someone whose weirdness is compatible with yours, we join up with them and fall into mutually satisfying weirdness and call it love, true love. You're my best friend and soulmate, and I feel so lucky to spend the rest of my life with you.
I want you to clasp hands here.
Sorry.
And I'll take the rings. So next we will have the ring exchange. Thank you. Yeah, can you help me to get them? Okay, great, thank you. Okay, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
Okay. So Matt and Caitlin will seal their vows with the exchange of rings, an outward symbol of the commitment they have made to one another to join together in marriage. And Matt, as you place the ring on Caitlin's finger, please repeat after me. On this day, I marry my best friend,
I marry my best friend,
the one who shares my life,
the one who shares my life,
my love, and my dreams.
and my dreams.
With this ring,
I choose to share
my whole life's journey with you,
my whole life's journey with you,
and of my knowing
that in marrying you,
I will become more
than
I would be without you.
you.
And Caitlin, please repeat after me as you place the ring on Matt's finger. On this day, I marry my best friend, the one who shares my life, my love, and my dreams. With this ring, I choose to share my whole life's journey with you, and of my knowing that in marrying you, I will become more than I would be without you. Okay. Matt and Caitlin, it is my wish and that of all those gathered here to witness your commitment that you always treat yourself and each other with respect, reminding yourselves often of what brought you here together today. In the midst of that respect, always give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that will be the heart of your marriage. As each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, even in the inevitable times of challenge, you will always be connecting at the deepest level of what has brought you together. Matt and Caitlin have expressed how fortunate they feel to be able to partake in the beautiful partnership of marriage. It is their hope that one day people all over the world, no matter who you are, will have the right to do the same. I join with everyone here in extending to you our love and support and our wish to flourish and grow throughout a long and happy life together. Matt and Caitlin, as you have expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises that you have just made, it is my great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
All right.
Get your flowers back. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Mr. and Mrs. McNeil.
Because it is that special time where I get to introduce, for the first time, the new Mr. and Mrs. McNeil! Down the stairs. All right, it is now time for their first dance, so if you could please make a little space for them. Hey! I would like to welcome the bride and her father for their first dance.
child bride, a daughter's wedding day is an emotional time. Seems like only yesterday he was digging up worms and catching beetles in the backyard. Well, it was last year that I went to a dinner party and everybody said that I would be sobbing mess on this day, and I told them it ain't happening. No tears for me, nope. Remember that one? After all, I didn't cry on Kate's preschool graduation when they played Rod Stewart's Forever Young. And I'll never forget the time Kate broke her finger in a middle school field hockey game. Kate still wanted to play, and the coach said, "Go ask your parents." Well, Donna hadn't arrived yet, so the decision was up to me. I could tell she was expecting no as an answer, but I said, "Go right ahead and play." And I think she played pretty well. Her mood changed immediately, and she went on to play, of course. I considered this like a pivotal, almost coming-of-age kind of moment, but there was still no hint of tears on my part. By the way, I think that if Mom had arrived on time, we would have never had that moment. There were lots of other emotional moments: grade school, middle school, high school, and college graduations and accolades at sports awards ceremonies. Still no tears. I didn't even let loose the night when Matt asked us for consent to marry Kate. I didn't let loose tonight when Matt and Kate were crying during the ceremony. Kate, I can't take it anymore. Remember that? That's a fluke to say. As you can probably guess, there may have been a bit of waterworks during all these events. And yes, I guess the dinner party folks were right. I let loose a little bit. But honestly, I look forward to many more tearful and joyful moments as Kate and Matt move forward in their lives together.
Hello. I'm gonna start like this. Give me a hey oh. Sorry, Matt loves Green Day, and that's what they always do. So, I'm not a very good public speaker. I'll mumble, but don't mind me. Sorry, Miss Tarrant. In 7th grade, I threw up in your class to get out of a test. I stuck my finger down my throat. I drank some strawberry milk, and it all went downhill from there. But no, these two right here, this is what everyone should look up to. I'll be honest with you. That's a couple right there. Everyone should look up to this couple right here. And sorry, but listen. Everyone always says, you're very lucky to have this girl, right? And no offense, Kate, but I gotta say this. You're very lucky to have a man like that. I'll be honest with you. And Matt, you're very lucky to have a girl like her too. I'll be honest. I mean, that's all about my speech, but no, I'm just kidding. I really don't know what else to say. Matt wanted me to wing it, but I'm not as good of a public speaker as I once was. I gotta slow down a little bit. But yeah, I'm sorry. That's all I got. Hey, I love you all. Is that bad?
Hello, guys. I'm sorry I'm barefoot. It's me if you smell something. Hello, everyone. My name's Lauren. Some of you may know me as Matt's older sister, and others you may know me as Caitlin's childhood best friend. Either way, at this wedding, I'm kind of a big deal. But seriously, we're here today to celebrate two of the best people in the world that I know. And I'm just so excited to be here, and to be standing here is so surreal. So I'm going to start off just talking about Matt and how we met. And I'm going to read all All right, so fun fact. The name Matthew means gift of God in Latin. Actually, I'm not sure if that's Latin, but that's what it means. And on August 27th, 1989, that is exactly what I received. The best gift. They say small gifts come in big packages, or whatever the saying is. Not so much with my brother. He was a monstrosity. He seriously, my poor mother, he was like almost 11 pounds. He was huge. But from that moment on, we were inseparable. Great, I'm shaking. I was hoping for a table. From that moment on, we were inseparable. Whether we were building forts in our bedroom, playing old school Sega, Sonic and Tails, competitive ping pong matches in Dorian Bruce's basement, listening to Hanson and Green Day, learning to surf from our uncles, or just watching and quoting the movie Home Alone. So many amazing memories of life, and every one of them I knew would have met. I wouldn't trade our childhood for anything. I could ask for a better wingman to have had, through childhood. I always dreaded this day because as a sister who's very protective, as some of you know, I hid the fact that Santa Claus didn't exist till he was like 13. I was elbowing kids on the bus saying, don't tell them, don't tell them. Some of you are probably here right now, and I appreciate you. Pulling off one of the biggest lies ever. And to this day, Matt says that really messed him up, so I apologize. But I always dreaded this day because I really never thought I would be standing here and honestly, looking at someone who I thought was good enough for you. Nobody would ever be good enough for you. That is until you started dating Caitlin Tanner. And things have changed. So many people know the story of how Matt and Kate met, their budding romance after a trip to Ocean City, Maryland, but the story actually starts. Yeah, Penn State. It was a fun show. We all had fun. But the story actually starts 22 years prior to that on the first day of school. Matt and I were new to school, and if you can picture the scene from Forrest Gump, that's exactly what it was like. We got on the bus, and as the older sister, I was looking for any potential threats. I knew we weren't backseat bus potential because we weren't cool enough. So we just looked at the front seat, and there sitting in the front seat was the most adorable little brunette with fabulous bangs. Seriously, her cut looked straight. And she told us we could sit with her. And from that moment on, we were the best of friends. So many people have friends throughout each stage of life. But I was given another gift. The amazing gift of having the same friend throughout every stage of life. Whether we were listening to Backstreet Boys or choreographing dances, teaching me to play the Mulan soundtrack on her keyboard, but being really competitive in gym class, Kate was always better than me, but I just love watching her facial expressions. If you ever see Kate doing anything competitive, her mouth is always open. Stalking our weekly crushes like the school janitor, Jim Allen. Matt was always more of an Otis guy, but... We were making so many memories all these years, and we had no idea, we were just having fun. And now looking back, it's incredible. As teenagers, you can find Kate and I together at play practice or improv where we were complete theater nerds. Or sitting on top of the lifeguard stand at the Barnegat Bay at night, looking up at the stars and talking about life and boys and other stuff that I can't mention in the speech. Kate has been my wing girl through life, and I wouldn't trade anything for the friendship that we have shared. As we went off to college, we would frequently visit each other, and even if time did go by, I always felt like nothing changed when we saw each other again. Just like Matt, I always thought whenever I was introduced to anybody that Kate might be, friendly with, I never thought anybody was good enough for her. And I always knew I would never feel that way. I always knew I'd feel that way. Now, Matt has always been my little brother, but something happens when you're in your 20s where age doesn't seem like it did when you were a teenager. And I think that Kate started seeing that. I always thought Kate and Matt were very similar, but that's when I started realizing as I got a little bit older that Kate was the female version of Matt. I remember getting in Matt's car in high school, and I had just been in Kate's car, and they would have the same exact soundtrack on their car, playing in their car. And they had some kind of punk rock, emo music. It wasn't like what everybody was listening to. And that was just one thing. They also both could quote Seinfeld. Nobody could quote Seinfeld quite like Kate or Matt. And the weirdest people I knew was a tie between Kate and Matt. And one camping trip, I know there's some people who were at this camping trip and they can attest, Matt and Kate spent the entire night talking politics and competitively playing trivia while everyone else just drank and had a good time. It was kind of weird. So they're both closet intellectual nerds as well. They both would spend their entire day at the beach in the summers, and if you picked up a newspaper in high school on the local sports page, you would see a picture of Matt pitching, and on the same page you'd see Kate scoring the winning goal in field hockey. That was when I started dropping the hints to each of them. You guys should date. All these years, you two have grown side by side, and your roots will forever be tangled. Wasn't that beautiful? Your journey as a couple has made me believe in destiny, and I'm serious about that. Kate, I would say welcome to the family, but you have always been my family. But tonight, though, I can officially call you my sister. So the best phrase that I get to say tonight to both of you is, I told you so. So please raise your glass.
Hello, my name is Paige Tanner. I'm Kate's sister. And I think I know her pretty well. So Matt, are you sure you want to go through with this? I know. You know, I'm just kidding, Kate. I think Matt and Kate are a beautiful couple, and I wish them much love and happiness in their lives, their future lives together.